Hi, this is Suzan McDowell, President and CEO of Circle of One Marketing. Welcome to another episode of In the Circle with Suzan. I'm so happy to be here. Look, I'm all falled out. I'm fall colors. You know, you guys are used to seeing me in a bunch of spring colors, but look at me. I'm very cool now. I'm very like northern because I have on my fall colors. So we're very excited. It's the season. This is when like our lives explode. A couple of days ago, we had the Jamaican Jerk Festival, which was so successful, and we raised money and got donations for Jamaica, my home, which, as you know, is very important to me. The Jerk Festival was a super success. And then this week we have Pharrell's Black Ambition, which we're going to discuss today, and everything that's involved in that. And then in December, we have the Art of Transformation. And then I rest for 2 weeks. And then it starts again in January. In February, we have the South Beach Wine and Food Festival. And in February, we have the Afro-Carib Festival. So we're going into the season, and as you know, normally it takes me a minute to calm down because my heart. So I'm going to introduce my guest today. Very excited to be talking to Mr. D'Angelo Senat. Did I say that right?
Absolutely, Suzan. Honored
D'Angelo
to be
Senat.
here.
Welcome.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
Oh my God, for real. You saw me right before this. You know, I got a little freaked out. Anyway, okay, we're going to start this show like I always start the show. And it goes like this. You were born, and then what happened? Tell us everything.
Absolutely. So I was born into a Haitian immigrant household down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And just growing up, it took more than just the household inside. It took the local community. I've been a part of organizations like the 100 Black Men in Greater Fort Lauderdale, played football for Dillard High School.
Oh, you went to Dillard?
I went to Dillard High School. I'm a Panther.
Does that mean you're also a musician? Because I know they have like these both sides. Are there ever any athletes that can do both?
Well, so I'm not a musician, but I play football, but we love the band. And our band director, he was a product of FAMU back when I was there. So I attended FAMU as well. But just growing up of older siblings, about like 12 years of age, I've been able.
So there was a gap.
That was a huge gap.
I have a gap too. My siblings are like way older than me. My sister's gonna be really mad to hear that because she's not super old, but my brother's way old. Right. Anyway, all that to say, I understand.
Absolutely. So everybody was surprised that my mom was pregnant. She didn't even know that.
Oh, you're what we call a wash belly baby.
Yeah, that was me.
You ever heard that one? A wash belly?
I haven't heard of that one.
Wash belly in Jamaica is like, nothing else supposed to be coming out of that belly, but here you are.
Absolutely. So just being able, I honestly feel like it was a privilege, being able to learn from my siblings and my peers. I was taught a lot of the things not to do. So it helped me navigate quickly and accelerate, whether it was through sports, academics. Due to a football injury in high school, that led me to going down the academic route because I didn't want to just like stay local and go to school. I wanted to go out to a college distant from home to kind of isolate myself and learn more about myself. Yeah. And growing up in my household, my parents, they were just super, super strong-minded. And I really wanted to go down and venture and really figure out who is D'Angelo and what does that look like.
So you thought about, how old were you when you thought about that?
So I was about 14 when I was...
14 when you were just like, I want to think about this.
Yeah, because...
I was picking my nose when I was 14. I was doing none of those things. There's no curiosity.
Yeah, so my household was super competitive. My brothers, they had the opportunity to go to college through football scholarships. Voila. So I was having that conversation with my brothers, and I was like, hey, I'm going to freshman year. I don't know if academics solely, if I just want to go to school through academics. I kind of want to follow your shadows and take the football route. So junior year came by, had a knee injury, and I was like, well, I need to figure out how I'm still going to get a scholarship.
You realize you could rely on your brain, not just your body.
Absolutely. So I found a mentor. One of my teachers, her name is Sonia Fuller, who she's of Jamaican descent.
Yes, of course.
So she pretty much coached, mentored me, introduced me to the 100 Black Men in Greater Fort Lauderdale. And they introduced me to a list of mentors from different walks of life who are successful and allowed me to see more beyond athletics and sports. I was introduced to a lot of Black men and women who were like successful in different industries.
Yeah. So you saw it. You could do. I
seen it. Yeah.
It's really the example, or you're like, oh, okay, I could do that. That's how I did it. I saw somebody else do it, and I was like, well, I could do it.
And then the spark led up. So like each Saturday we would meet, and I'm always coming with a list of questions like, hey, how did you get here? How much money do you have in the bank? And like asking all the uncomfortable questions. So this was around 17. At 14 is when I decided to start playing football. So in high school,
got you. So now you're 17. You've had your injury.
I had my injury.
Got you. You're like,
what's next? How am I going to make it out?
Oh my God, it's not working out this way.
Right, because so like my parents, they didn't have a strong financial background, so I was trying to figure out a way to fund school. So these mentors, they've helped me navigate the college process by applying for grants, filling out scholarships. There's a Omega Psi Phi that has a foundation down in Miami, in which I had the opportunity to present myself.
Are you a Q?
I'm not a Q.
What? You didn't do? How come you didn't do the Q route?
So it just didn't work out with engineering through my undergraduate.
No, I'm not even gonna do the sign. I was about to do the sign and I could just see the eyes. No, you're not allowed to. I totally understand. Listen, I got the AK. I won the AK Fashionetta, the AK scholarship, the AK travel tour, all of the AK everything. And then I was like, I don't feel like conforming.
Yeah.
So I understand. You're like, thanks.
Yeah, but I got a lot of value from it.
Of course. Yeah. Oh my God, I got a lot of value from. Got to see the country. I just didn't want to join.
Right. And it was just due to curiosity and just wanting to know, like, how can I get further on my journey and maximize the relationships that I have through these mentors that I'm connecting with. In high school, I really didn't know that it was going to lead through the path of me becoming an entrepreneur, but it was just like the curiosity of leveraging where I'm at right now through like the relationships I have, and like any questions I would have, I would make the call, send a text message.
That's
and
crazy.
Instead of just like sitting down and like holding my questions in, I was always the type to just put it out there.
Pick me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, like at times I would probably get criticized, like, man, you're always asking questions and et cetera. I was like, man, if I don't ask these questions, I'm not gonna know, and I might just be sitting here, at home. And just like assessing my peers and like my siblings' peers who was much older that stayed in the community and they're not like doing much.
You got to watch. You had like a cautionary tale. It's really a cautionary tale. You're like, oh no, I don't want to be that guy on the, at the store hanging outside doing nothing. I don't want to be that guy. And I mean, honestly, truly, you're like, most people aren't like you. You know that, right? I don't want you to think like all the little 14, 17-year-olds are running around trying to use their brain. No, you're extraordinary.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it so much, because I noticed since I still had both parents in the household, so that kept me grounded.
Good.
And a lot of my peers didn't, so they didn't have the leadership in the household to
the stability
to be grounded. So I also noticed like the drawbacks from that as well. So I began to think about like, what legacy do I want to leave? Like I have the opportunity to go through
legacy. How old are you?
So currently I'm 29.
You're 29.
At the time, that question was at 17.
Got it. Don't ask me my age, because I'm not telling you it's the worst thing in the world. But if you're super young, then I feel like you're like, yeah. You're 29. Wow. My daughter is 29.
Wow.
I have a 29-year-old daughter. Oh my God. Her name is Sydney. Anyway, so go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so I began to think, because around junior year of high school, 17 years old, you're thinking about college or figuring out what next. Maybe it's trade school or whatnot. And at the beginning, it was like, okay, maybe football would be my way, similar to my siblings. And since it wasn't, it's like, okay, I need to think about this. So I joined an organization called Business Professionals of America at Dillard High School, where it's basically business pitch competitions.
Yes.
Didn't have an idea on like what I would be pitching, what the criterias are. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. So I took the digital media track, where we basically had to create like a video that shows why the conference should be held at like Indianapolis or Anaheim, California. And I pretty much went on YouTube, learned how to put a slideshow together. And what led me to winning locals, states, and then being placed in nationals to get sponsors to fly me out to these conferences was just energy I brought and the curiosity.
Yeah.
So I would basically go into the room, introduce myself, and say why they should host these conferences, do the research on the great things about these cities. But as I reflect back, it was preparing me for what I'm doing today.
What you're doing now.
Right.
But I'm sure you were, you had to be the only Black kid doing any of that.
Yeah.
Or one of a very few.
Very, very few.
Who are articulate, prepared. Right. Really has a command of the information. Right. I don't even know any of this stuff, and I know this stuff.
Absolutely.
For you. You know what I mean? And that's very unusual. That's very unusual.
Yeah, and since I played football for about just 3 to 4 years, I believe I got everything I needed from the sport, whether it was perseverance, leadership, the importance of communicating and effectively communicating, and demanding your presence based on what the case is, and being mission-driven. Mm-hmm. So I believe it was a fast track to just go on to the next level. So as senior year came, I applied for about 50-something schools. Out of all those schools, only Florida A&M University
I would like to point out was AI there then? I mean, you had to fill the applications. Yeah. You couldn't just go.
That goes back to the village of mentors.
That's a lot.
Thankfully, they would help me proofread my essays. Ms. Fuller, she was very, very strict on me and making sure that the grammatical errors was on point. And it was no, you got to present yourself a certain way.
We're very serious about grammar in Jamaica.
Yeah, and at the time, it's easy for a kid that's 16, 17 years old take offense to that type of that love and that security and that guidance, because basically she helped guide me to navigate conversations, how to go about writing essays, because at Dillard, it was a lot of disciplinary actions. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a lot of learning and teaching. Mm. So that was, you really had to set the intention, hey, I'm coming here to learn, get the connections I need in order to get to where I'm trying to go. If you didn't have that serious type of mindset,
self-motivation,
then you can just get caught up by the distractions that's there. So thanks to my community of mentors and those nonprofit organizations pouring into me, I was able to reap the benefits of getting accepted into FAMU, getting awards through scholarships that funded my entire undergraduate.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is wow. Every time I sit in this chair and interview somebody, I'm like, oh. And then I always have to remind myself, when people go, I go, well, you're here. Right. That's literally why you're here. I'm here because I'm exceptional. You're here because you're exceptional. Because nobody would care.
Right.
If we weren't, you know what I mean? Who would care that I'm here, you're here? Right. So, and I love hearing these stories because I'm also ambitious, and I'm also I look at you, and I was talking to another beautiful 20-something-year-old today, and I was telling her, I need you to go here for Black Ambition, and you do this for Demo Day, and she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I'm like, it makes me so happy to see you guys just things I couldn't even imagine you guys thinking that you think about that I couldn't even at your age. What?
But there's a lot of strength and power in the experience that you've gained through your walks and being able to give us the insights and codes, and for us to take it in and apply that knowledge to get to where we're trying to go quicker.
So to that point, because I was thinking about that. So when I spoke to you yesterday, when I met you yesterday for the first time, and we met at the So Ambitious podcast that you did, and I was yelling at you about your social media. Remember?
Absolutely.
Because I had to go look up, because working on this, I had to go look it all up, and I was like, why is this? Why? And so then you didn't even know me, and I pounced. I'm like, ugh. And I'll never forget, you were like, I'm open. You're like, tell me.
Please do, yeah.
Please tell me.
I don't have all the answers.
That is a gift. What you did yesterday, even to just be like you're saying, some people might be like, you telling me.
You gotta embrace it.
And you were like, tell me. And so I think if I'm your teachers, you're literally the fertile ground that you want to.
Absolutely.
You're the example of who they hope will be. A couple of kids will come out of it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So your willingness to be fertile ground, to learn, to absorb. Again, it goes back to curiosity. But there's curiosity, and then there's accepting, the truth of it, and accepting it at such a young age. So excited about this for you guys. So anyway, that whole that whole thing about receptivity
Right.
is very like I think is a superpower. So
I agree. And
Yeah.
that allowed me to sit here in this seat with you
That's what I'm saying.
due to being receptive.
Yep.
Yeah.
So okay, so Black Ambition. Let's talk about Black Ambition.
Right.
So Pharrell started Black Ambition 5 years ago. CEO is Felicia Hatcher. About a month and a half ago, 2 months, they hired the best marketing agency ever, which is us, Circle of One Marketing. So we are Black Ambition's marketing PR agency for Demo Day. We're very excited about it. So tell our viewers, what is Black Ambition?
Black Ambition is a nonprofit initiative that's founded by Pharrell, as you said, led by Felicia Hatcher, that's helping entrepreneurs like myself, whether you're Black and brown, to accelerate your goals and actually fulfilling your vision. So basically, they have a main accelerator program that invites 250 of the world's best entrepreneurs that get selected out of many other amazing entrepreneurs to get connected to mentors, investors, and teachers to help them make sure that their framework and their companies are in state, but most importantly, that us as entrepreneurs are well. There's also a executive well-being program called Evoke for the entrepreneurs that get selected to go through a well-being training process to make sure that you're extremely
Is that like a lot of massages?
So it's more so mindset.
A lot of vitamins?
But definitely more so mindset and making sure that we're well off and how we're expressing ourselves and communicating and ensuring that we're providing ourselves the essential time to be in position to give our all within the companies and not forgetting about the other aspects of our lives.
Yeah, it's a 360.
Right. So it's about 3 months of the programming. And after the 3-month period is where the award winners get the prize award, of course, but it transitions into learning labs where you get connected to executives from top companies like LVMH. At the time, we won was Chanel. And we've had the experience to pitch these executives on our business.
Wow. And then to have them be like, oh, that's a great idea or not.
Right.
Wow.
And it also led to follow-up funding where these companies would invest in you on top of the prize award.
Because they see you have a good idea and they're like, shh. You know,
absolutely.
Corporation's all about profit. They're not giving you that money for entertainment.
Right. And then absolutely. So the winning the award was great, is great credibility for the organization. You can use it for PR and et cetera. But the extra part of it, the most important piece is the community, the infrastructure that they provide us where they'll have dinners, they'll have networking events that is tailored to everyone in that room to make sure that you can get the connections that you need, collaborations. Like for us, our acquisition strategy has been engaging in the Black Ambition community as a company, and that's basically been giving us early customers to now being able to reiterate our services, to bringing on major partners and enterprise clients. So everything that I have expected or a traditional entrepreneur would expect from a program when it comes to getting the funding, getting the codes and insights and skills in order to prepare to get the clients that you want and get your story abroad. So being able to have global impact and leverage the network, Pharrell, Felicia Hatcher,
just
and the rest of their team.
Just calling the names.
Absolutely.
Just calling the names is like walking around with a black card. Calling Felicia Hatcher's name, and I've known her for a long. She was my landlord. I've known her from the get. Calling Felicia Hatcher's name is like whipping out a black card. It's like Felicia Hatcher, Pharrell, and that by itself, just the fact that you have a black card to whip out, really gives you a whole set of credibility. Right.
And what I've noticed is that with that credibility, they don't just do the minimum. Like they can easily decide to take a picture with you with your award and that be it. But after the program, you have a additional like 3 to 6 months, if not more, to still meet with their team, meet with their partners. They spotlight your business. They help you with PR. Like everything a company would need from start to scalability in order to get there. They provide that access. And also they're providing a blueprint that many other organizations that's cater to investing or being involved with organizations that's investing in underrepresented communities is also like extremely empowering. I'm also a part of other communities that invest in entrepreneurs and et cetera. So they're open to partnering with organizations. They've been partnering
It's
with
all about
organizations.
collaboration.
And now that they're bringing it down to Miami, South Florida, where I'm from, it's extremely full circle moment for me.
Because like life is a circle.
Oh yeah, and I love the marketing. Yeah, it's right on point. Because being in the circle, it allows us to be, you know, one of the first fews to make it easier for those that's coming behind us to navigate, and also like be an impact and be taken serious. So like it's an honor. Definitely grateful to be in this position, but I'm also looking at ways that my opportunities can be open for others that's coming amplified up behind. So
bringing me to a more specific point, tell me about your business. We haven't talked about that. So we talked about Black Ambition. Now tell me about your business.
So my business is basically a custom communication platform providing organizations full ownership and control of the social platform. And basically the problem that we're solving is that a lot of our communities and cultures have been built on social platforms that aren't built to serve us, whether we're having to compete against censorship or the algorithms. A lot of communities today are under attack, whether it's like what's going on politically, and it's forcing organizations to move from platform to platform.
So when you say communities,
right,
what do you mean communities?
Communities such as nonprofits.
So pick a nonprofit. Like for instance, we are also the marketing agency for Big Brothers Big Sisters Miami.
Right.
So let's just pretend. Like, what would you do for how would AllPeep
right
connect with something like that kind of nonprofit?
Right. So basically, we'll integrate our software within their website, and we can create an app for them that allows them to have a social network experience that they own and control. So they can onboard their members to public and private groups, whether it's like sharing resources. They can also provide job postings and opportunities for
internal, like it's like a little internal Instagram or not Instagram, like an internal LinkedIn or whatever, where you're now all of this data that might go here is now going here, and then you're able to control like a little mini Facebook.
Absolutely, and you don't have to worry about censorship or competitors having access to it. You now own the monetization aspect as well. So like if they wanted to allow sponsors to promote their products and services, next year we'll allow them to promote sponsors and keep that ad dollar to themselves. Because the risk of doing it on a platform that you don't own is that they're sharing it with your competitors. You're forever competing. They're censoring you. And it's hard to have deeper conversations. So within our platform, you can also have your own live audio and video streaming. And I'm also proud to say that we've partnered with Black Ambition this year. And
to stream?
Yeah, well, so their community of 1,000 founders plus is on AllPeep. So we've been able to help them with their programming through our platform.
That's cool.
And the power in it is that they own. They're not renting it. So when you're building communities on a lot of the other platforms, you're renting your community out.
Yeah. Listen, I've learned the power of ownership from Terry Williams, One United Bank. Ownership.
Absolutely.
Which a lot of times you're not able to do ownership, but at least I know that when possible, ownership.
Absolutely.
So,
and that's why we exist, to provide the community's ownership, and specifically communities that I come from, right? So communities is focused on underrepresented entrepreneurs. We're also going to expand to content creators. But as we scale, we're building it to be inclusive, so that this is an alternative to a traditional social media platform or a platform like Microsoft Teams, Slack, or WhatsApp. We want brands to see the power of owning the platform, because one of the risks of building your community on something like TikTok, when they shut down, it disrupted a lot of businesses.
Oh, yeah. So, oh, my God. All those people who are dependent on TikTok.
Absolutely. So we exist to be the other option if you want to own and control that experience. So then how do you,
TikTok is a big, huge, widely marketed, popular thing already. So how do you say, forget about all those things, come over here? Like how are you going to scale that?
So right now, with the start of partnering with a large organization like Black Ambition, that gives us the credibility.
1,000 people.
Building out the case studies. So like as we're discussing and sharing out like our impact, we're speaking to those specific use cases that relates to those individuals that we're targeting. So as we grow our customer base, putting spotlights on their stories and eventually being able to be as big as TikTok, if not bigger. One of the companies that we're inspired by is WordPress. And WordPress is basically a website version of what AllPeep is. We're from a social platform perspective. They're basically helping website owners build and customize their own sites. But they power around 46.5% of all websites around the world.
WordPress?
Yes. So we're looking to have that impact.
Wow, nice. Well, one day we're going to do like do you see it's in the circle? So one day we're going to have a circle community. I don't know when that day is.
Absolutely.
But we're going to work on having, I just feel like the name and the whole thing.
I love the branding.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Peyton created the, hi Peyton. Peyton's our graphic designer.
Okay.
So AllPeep. So tell me, like, what are some of your wins? Like, what are some of the things that, like, you know what I mean? Like outside of Black Ambition. Right. Like, what are some of your wins? Right.
So we're currently starting a partnership with one of their partners called UNoodle. And UNoodle is they basically cater to startups and program providers that has like applications for universities or accelerator programs to put together their applications using their software so they can collect the applications, have judges to come and judge their applications. So AllPeep will be their community platform provider to make it easier for these sub-communities to connect. So let's say the Black Ambition application, founders can connect there while also being connected to other communities to apply for other funding and grant opportunities to help with their retention problems. So that's going to give us access to 300 plus clients across the globe. Another one is Echo. Echo is a service. Echo East.
What?
So it's basically a service.
What?
Yeah. So it's a service provider for HOAs. They currently service 90,000 residents.
Laugh at my joke.
No, I'm laughing. So they're basically a service provider for 1,500 HOAs in California, and they have 90,000 residents. And basically, we're currently starting a pilot with them to showcase the impact of having a centralized community platform that they own and control, where they can connect HOAs to other HOAs who solve their problems.
That's really, like, now I'm thinking about it, it's really, like, I see the network of it and how you could bring it all, bring everyone to have like you control your own, like you already have all the people that you're trying to talk to. Right. Why don't you just, bring it all in?
Exactly. So we're looking at it as a infrastructure issue that we're solving, where like these organizations is built very strong and vibrant communities, but they don't want to sacrifice their data, losing access to them or them being targeted. So doing it within a platform that they own and control, they never have to worry about losing their people again, being censored, and they can partner and connect with the communities
or having
that they align
data
with.
Stolen.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or, used, monetized.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. If they're not you know what I mean? Like if you're going to monetize my people, I'm going to monetize my people. Yeah, no.
Right.
I gotcha.
And another partnership is with HBCU Founder Initiative. This is an organization that serves founders from HBCUs all across the United States, and they help them with resources and funding opportunities. They're servicing about 1,400 companies, and they're currently utilizing AllPeep. And great feedback and excitement. I'm also able to give back to HBCU students and sharing my journey and providing them access and my time to mentor them and help them navigate, whether it's fundraising, navigate like sales calls with customers, and also building out a team.
Did you think you would be a mentor at 29?
No, I didn't. I just thought I would be a mentee, just learning from mentors.
I'm saying 29-year-old mentor.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's wild.
Really,
yeah,
it's cool.
Wild.
It's cool. I guess all these kind of like markers, how you have markers of, whatever it is you need to describe, there's markers. That's one of the markers is this kind of like
never would have imagined
ability to do what you did, where you've risen so far. And it's not even so fast. It's just so young, so far, so young. Because I know you've been at it since you're 14. So, so you're not an overnight success, but at 29, you're
like it.
Super young success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like most people at 29, I feel like you're a mentor.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, it makes me feel old.
Please. You know how much of my body parts I would give to be your age? I would give away I'll give away a lot just to be your age again. So, no, I agree. You stay there. You be young and fabulous and young, gifted, and black. So,
thank you.
So proud of you guys.
I appreciate it.
I can't wait you're going to have demo day.
Right.
So
excited.
So for you, what's going to happen at demo day?
So for me, so I'll be connecting with entrepreneurs earlier that day, being a resource, letting them know what to expect, sharing my experiences. And but when demo day starts, I'm looking to connect with some of the partners that I haven't met with. You're like,
right? It's an opportunity.
It's definitely an opportunity, and they're attending to collaborate.
They're looking for you.
They're looking for us, figuring out.
The blessings are running you down.
Right. Because with us building out these innovations, these tools, these services, larger companies, since they're so large, they can't pivot or move quickly to build out our solutions. Exactly. So there's a lot of opportunities for us to collaborate and partner, whether it's just starting a conversation this week and maybe 6 months from now we partner because Noodle, we were introduced to them last year at Demo Day in New York.
And here you are now.
And here we are now announcing a partnership.
Yeah, that's great.
So just planting those seeds, and they do such a great job at providing us a concierge service as founders to be in the rooms and connect with the partners that we've asked to connect with. One of the valuable things that they provide us is the opportunity to provide them a wish list of questions of what we need in order to be successful as founders and our companies uninterrupted.
That the whole thing is uninterrupted.
They live by that.
Yeah, I know, uninterrupted. So
because it's been 3 years since I won the award, and I'm still getting
reaping the benefits of it.
Absolutely.
So, okay, so I know BlackAmbitionPrize.com is how you could learn about Black Ambition, BlackAmbitionPrize.com. And for you?
So it's AllPeep.com, AllPeep.com. And you can learn more about the organizations we're providing our community platforms for, empowering their communities so that they can build better communities. We also do have a case study on AllPeep's website between us and the work we're doing with Black Ambition, empowering their founder communities. And it's also on their website as well. So definitely.
So if anybody wants to collaborate with you, then they can find you on Instagram.
Right.
They can find you at your website. So,
absolutely.
All right. Well, I look forward to hanging out with you this week.
I look forward as well. And shout out to you and your team, Suzan. Amazing opportunity to us at Black Ambition and AllPeep and the founders and the work that we're doing. Without you, your storytelling, your services, we will not be able to get our stories out. You know, building is one thing, but also getting the stories out is the most important part because if no one knows about your product and services,
it doesn't matter.
Then what?
Yeah. You could build it and they're not coming until you tell them.
Exactly.
Well, big up to Richard McCulloch, Wendy Rolland, Natasha, Nicole, all of us my whole team that has been supporting Black Ambition. I appreciate them as well. So it was good talking to you.
Thank you so much, Suzan. Really appreciate this.
See you on Thursday. See you Friday. I'll see you Friday.
Looking forward to it.